Alright guys, what's happening? Let's put a little primer on this bumper cover. We got it all welded back together and got the bumper dough on there, and she's ready to go. So I want to say thanks to Mega Florida Surfer coming by and buying some materials today. Appreciate it. And, it was nice meeting you, Jeff, and hope you stop by again. So got to hang out for a little excitement. So we won't get into all that. Anyway, we're using the GTI here with some HS3 primer. And let me grab a mask real quick. There we go, our mask. Gonna get this primed up and get this sprayed tomorrow. Put this back on and get rid of it. So we're gonna throw a couple coats down on this. And I usually just go with the wet coat right off the bat, just like the clear. I sprayed that right at about 15 pounds at the regulator there. Looks pretty good. I think we'll get away with that. Put a couple coats of primer on there and knock it down with some 400, and we should be able to get that out of here. Got some other cool stuff in today for some of you Ford guys that are into the Ford stuff. Going to be putting together a 429 Cobra Jet motor, actual real Cobra Jet motor. And I got a set of heads here. We're going to do the combustion chambers up on these, CC them, make them all equal, and smooth the combustion chambers out. I have a little texture to them, as you can see. So we're going to pop these valves out, put some old valves in there, and clean all that up, polish those chambers up, get them looking really good. This one up here looks a little rough, but a lot of times these early Ford heads are like this. So we'll clean that up and get those looking good. Here's the ports, huge ports. So these Ford heads really flow some air and really make some power. So this will be 429, 60 over I think, and probably about 15, 14 to 1 compression. I got to figure the deck height and everything. Here's our pistons. Got a set of Aries pistons, real nice pieces here, and we're going to clean these up, deburr them, take all the sharp edges off, and polish the domes on them. Get everything looking really nice. They've already been pin fitted, and from what I understand, the block's already had the rings gapped and been honed to the pistons. So we'll check the block out, get everything measured, and see what we got. This guy's a big Ford dude, and he's got a lot of cool Ford stuff. We're going to use either the Scat or the Eagle rods. We got a Sonny Bryant crank, and this thing should make some damn good power. We're going to put a 250 plate on this, and we're putting a 5-speed behind this, a Tremec T56. So it should be a pretty fun ride. And he's been working on this car for a while. He's got a 429 in it now, but with the police interceptor heads, not the Cobra Jet heads. So that should be quite the step up in the power department. We're going to take those springs off and either go with a hydraulic roller or a solid roller. He hasn't decided yet what he wants. So it's about 98 degrees in here. So this is flashing really fast. You can see it's still a little wet over here on the bottom. Blow a little air dryer. Want to get this done and be over with it. I want to go to the beach tomorrow, so I can do that, get some videos of the beach. People like that kind. And try to stay out of the traffic over there. I got the 4th of July race tonight in Daytona. Is that tonight or tomorrow? I don't know. Getting pretty crowded over there. I was over there last night. Didn't take the camera, but it was pretty good. Body work off of 320, and you can see when you do the 320 it sort of lays out really nice, you know. It's no peel, it's looking real smooth. We'll let that flash off and give her one more coat, and that'll be about done on that. Let this compressor turn off. We're gonna go over here and shut it off. It's too much noise, you know. I also got this, what is this? It's a Mosier rear end housing here. 9-inch, 50 inches wide or 52 inches wide. I don't have a tape measure right here. Oh, I do have a tape measure. Hang on a minute. Let's see what we got. Keep acting like I know. Go there. Looks like 53 and a half. Flange to flange. Probably more like 52 if you cut that hump out of the tape measure. But Ronnie didn't know what this was for. He thought it was for a Mustang. He thinks it's for a Camaro. I don't think it's for a Camaro. I think it's for like a Chevelle or a Malibu. The more I look at it, I'm not big on the late model Chevrolet stuff. I did have a Camaro. And I know the center section has the bolt holes in for the torque arm, and it looks like this has some sort of upper link bars, you know, like some sort of GM 4-link setup. It's got the bars on the bottom, the coil spring right there, and the upper link bars here. So this wouldn't be for a Camaro, I don't believe. If any of you guys know what this fits, let me know. He bought it thinking it was going to fit his Mustang, and he said that it doesn't fit his Mustang. His leaf springs are on his control arms, or his coil springs. So this is sort of a mystery unit. He wants to sell this housing. I'm trying to talk him into keeping it, cutting all the shit off of it, and setting it up for his car, because it's a good piece. It's seamless tubing there, the axle tubes, and it's fully welded. It's got small bearing ends on it. So it's a nice piece, you know. Not a old housing that somebody built. It's one of those prefab type deal things. So yeah. So that might work for somebody. If somebody knows what that is, let me know. Give me a little message. I know a lot of you guys are into the late model GM stuff, and I'm pretty sure this is something GM. So we got this too. Got like 3 or 4 center sections, strange aluminum spool center sections, the aluminum housings, the Daytona bearing support with a spool in it, a couple different gear ratios. If anybody's interested in anything like that, let me know. So yeah, that's what's happening here today, not a whole lot. Yep. That's what's going on. Had the surveyor come today and surveyed property here next door, and the guy was here and he made a total ass out of himself. Got all in my face. I had my boat parked right here. Not the guy that's buying the house, but the guy that was surveying it. And I don't know. I think the guy's sort of blind or can't figure a line out, but there's the flag he put in the yard right there. Here's my driveway. And you can see they go closer and closer to my driveway as they go down the road. And here's my fence right here, right there. And if you look at that line, the fence is on, this is on the inside of the fence. And then if you go back in the backyard here, it still has the original survey marker on the other side of that little barricade right there. And it's sort of in the middle of that. So yeah, he decided to come over in my garage today when a couple of YouTubers were in here, and he was all shitty with me, and I got shitty with him, and I'm sort of figuring out that I got a problem with people that get in my face. I just don't have any tolerance for it anymore, and sort of got ugly. And yeah, I think I freaked the guy out that was buying the house. He was telling the guy don't worry about it, and the guy was just wanting to be an asshole. And then he was telling me that he did the survey when I bought my house, and when I bought my house, none of these flags were here on this part of the yard. You know, I paid for the survey, but there was none of those there. There was a flag on the other side, and the flag used to sit right in front of that telephone box over there, right there. There was a flag forever. And he said, no, that's not it. There's little metal things in the ground, I guess. You know, they get a little metal detector and they sweep the ground and they try to find the little pin or whatever's in the ground. And then they pop the flag in there. And I told the YouTuber I need to come out here and drill some holes and pop some valves or lifters down in the ground, you know. Put them all over the place. That'd be fun, mess with the surveyor guy. When I was a kid, they used to actually come out and measure the property. They'd use, you know, plumb bobs and measuring devices and stuff. Not anymore. They just come out and take a little, you know, metal detector and find some shit in the yard and throw a flag down. So this is where we're at. Just had all these trees trimmed and stuff because, you know, they were all falling on the ground and brown and shit, and all this stuff was falling off. And they're not even my palm trees, go figure. So according to the survey guy, I even have part of my driveway over in this guy's yard because here's the flag and here's my driveway. So I don't know how something like this would happen when the county, you know, requires permits for everything. So I'll have to check back into this and see what's going on and all that good stuff. And yeah, never a dull moment. So I moved the boat to the other side of the house to avoid any more excitement. And finally the guy just shut the hell up and went about doing what he was here to do, the survey, measure the house, stuff like that. So yeah, they cut that jungle down over there yesterday and marked out the septic tank or whatever there, the field. So they'll do a septic tank test or all that good stuff. And the guy that's buying the house, he seems like a really cool guy. He's just wanting to get in there. He's been trying to do all kinds of repairs and fixer-uppers before he even closes on it, just so he can get the financing, which is crazy. But I know how it is when you're buying your first house. You want everything to go good. So all right, we're about ready for one more coat on this and we'll be done with the old bumper. So sometimes the flash times are accelerated. Just depends on the temperature that you're spraying in. We'll let this sit till in the morning and then throw some paint on it. There we go, 3 coats of primer, looking real sexy, all cleaned up, body line looks good. We'll get that sanded down in the morning and throw some color on it. This is a tri-color, it's a white with a pearl on top of it. So we'll show you how we mix that, how we blend it. We'll just paint this side of the cover. I've got some scratches on the bottom I'll have to touch up, but for the most part we're just going to blend into half of the cover there. We'll clear the whole cover and should be good to go. I'm gonna have to touch up a little of that black where you see the masking tape over there. Got a little scratch on that. That's nothing big. And yeah, so that's about it. Just wanted to turn this on and do a little primer video. And Ronnie wanted me to show all his Ford parts off. So when I get the rest of the pieces and parts, we'll break it all out and I don't know if we'll assemble it here. We'll probably assemble it here because this is where all the tools are, and every time I try to go to somebody's house or place of business, I always need something out of my toolbox or whatever. So I'll be doing those interceptor heads probably in a week or two. Took those to get them cleaned up, bring them back, and we'll do those. And then this week we'll be finishing up some Volkswagen heads I got to do for a YouTuber. I got another YouTuber that's sending me some Volkswagen heads. And if you're watching this video, don't worry about sending any money with the heads. You can pay for the heads when they're all done. And I got to write an estimate for the other YouTuber on this other set of Volkswagen heads. And then we'll be working on Ronnie's 429 probably a couple weeks out of next month, you know, getting that done. Once you get that thing all finished up, I gotta probably build a Dominator carburetor for it. We're gonna have to gasket match an intake manifold and figure out what length rod we want to use and all that good stuff. So I'll try to do some of that on paper, get it on the video for you so you can see the process. And we'll try to build this one and go to the track and see what it runs. Should be fun. So that's where we're at. Haven't really got a whole lot done on the bug. Need some wheels and yeah, stuff like that. So I'm gonna come out here tonight when it cools off and pull the cylinder heads off, take the intake manifold off probably, and get all those push rod tubes put in, and that'll be done. And then I'll just have to worry about the wheels and tires, getting the battery charged up. I need to get a FSI window net, and just some safety things I gotta take care of before I can go through tech. So I think that's about it though. Car's pretty much ready to go. So that's where we're at with that one. And I got some gaskets for the carburetor, so we'll be taking that apart, and we'll take a look at the metering blocks, the jets we use, how we block off the power valve, and why we block the power valve off, and you know, how we jet it square instead of smaller jets in the front, bigger ones in the back, and all that good stuff. We'll sort of go over everything on the car as I'm tuning it up, getting it ready to go. So still haven't heard from Gaden. He was going to come over. He's working in town this week, so hopefully he'll stop by, and we'll try to get the logistics of getting the car there hammered out. I know that he's been working up in North Carolina, and I don't know if he's going to want to bring the car back home after the race, or if he's want to keep the car up there for a week or two. I don't know what's going on. So I might get all crazy and pull the transmission out of that next week and try to build the tranny real quick and take my own truck. I don't know yet. Just still up in the air here. So we won't know if we're going to make the race until we get to the race. You know, that's pretty much how it is when you have to depend on other people to get you where you're going. So I did this once before. I had a real bad experience. It was after I broke my back. I had a bunch of friends of mine, and I was down for quite a long time, and the car was in pieces. And the guys at R&S, all in good heart, you know, took the car, picked it up from my house, and Mike Miltenberger and Scooter and Kenny Kendricks, they put the car all back together. And Noel had one of his friends tow it for me to Lakeland, and his friend started wigging out when we got to the track. Who was going to pay him for the gas, how much money he was going to make for taking the car, and then he had to leave in the middle of the race, and you know, it was a cluster, man. And I promised myself I would never let somebody else take my car to the track other than myself. You know, I was going to use that as a lifelong lesson, and it was a real cluster of a day. I ended up winning first round, and I have a friend that's got a Mack tool truck, and Andrea was sitting on the back of the truck, and they had the tailgate extended up into the air, and she plopped down in her lawn chair up there, and the lawn chair slid off the deck, and she took a header off the top of the tool truck, hit the ground, and had people coming up in the staging lanes telling me that my wife was laid out on the ground. You know, they need to come check on her real quick. So that was a real fun day in Lakeland. I still remember it pretty well, and you know, that's always in the back of my mind when I'm arranging transportation for this car, especially a couple states away. You know, it's can be nerve-wracking. So all right, well, that's about it. I'm rambling and rambling. Let me go ahead and shut this down. I'll go ahead and upload this for you guys. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. It's pretty good here. Got the pool looking pretty good. Do some pool videos tomorrow maybe. And I got to work on the backyard too next week, trying to get the jungle knocked down. My weed eater won't run though. I need mill rick for a neighbor. So I think I'm mixing the gas wrong. I saw where they make that pre-mixed gas you can buy at the hardware store. I was going to go get a can of that, throw it in there, and try that out, see if that makes it run any better, and then I'll know I can't mix gas. So yeah, but that's about it, guys. You can see the cover, everything looks pretty good. No pinholes, no runs, no sags, and we'll hit that with a little 600 courtesy of Tom Duncan. And yeah, and Tom Duncan, if you see this one, I do need your address. I need you to PM me your address. I got those urethane bushings and steering couplers for you. You said that you might need that stuff, or you could use it, and I'm not going to be able to use it on any of my projects. So if you'd like to have that stuff, please PM me your address. I can't seem to find one of your boxes or envelopes, and I'll get that stuff out to you. If you PM me this week, I can send it this week. So this is a good week to send something. So give me your address so I can get that stuff coming to you. I got those steering coupler rag joints for you, and then I also have a full set of urethane bushings for the front end of your Skylark there for Betty Jean. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, and talk to you guys later.